Well, when the 2020 race started, Joe Biden looked like a very safe pick. And, of course, he was the consensus pick of permanent Washington. Now, it's not as clear. And Biden, in some polls, looks strong. In other ways, he looks maybe weaker than expected. According to new reports, though, the Biden campaign is considering a new and bold strategy. What if Biden promised to serve only one term if elected? Would that work? Or would it serve only to emphasize his advanced age? Dana Perino hosts the Daily Briefing with Dana Perino, and she joins us tonight. So, Dana, so Joe Biden is younger, actually, than Bernie Sanders. So for him to say, I'll serve only one term, appears to be conceding that maybe it's not a good idea for someone this old to be president.
Well, I think it's super interesting where it's all coming from as well. So Ryan Lizza of Politico got this scoop, and apparently there is a debate amongst former Vice President Biden's top advisors and some of these prominent consultants, and they're throwing this out there, right? A little chum in the water to see what would people think about this, or a trial balloon might be another way to put it. And in one way, it emphasizes one of your weaknesses, right?
That's right.
Like the president says, you're sleepy. Too old, you don't have the energy, you're not out there on the country, you can't fight for this country. On the other hand, there are some people who say what Americans are saying they want is an end to the chaos. They just want to pause for a moment.
Right.
But I have a few big problems with the idea of running for president and saying you're only going to run for one term. One, you don't have any political muscle to get anything through. So you're just basically going to pause for 4 years. You don't want to do anything else. Also, if you're the Democrats, how do you rebuild the Democratic National Committee with a lame duck president on his first day? And you'll have a primary that will continue to imagine a 5-year Democratic primary.
That's totally, which is what you would get.
The consultants would make so much money.
I'm just thinking like someone who understands the system.
No. Of course, I'm not going to do that. But I think that is an issue. And it also makes him seem like he's not up for the challenge of the job. As if he needs, as Alex Castellanos was saying, he needs to come in, calm everything down, save the country from going into crisis, and just be the stopgap measure until a Democratic savior can emerge.
And it would put huge emphasis on the vice presidential pick, because know you'd be voting not just for the VP, but in effect for the nominee 4 years from now.
Right. And also because, identity politics does play a role, especially in the Democratic Party, right? So now they're going to who would be best? There's somebody who actually says maybe Stacey Abrams of Georgia. Of course, she still thinks she won the governor's election down there in Georgia.
She's saying.
But would that be vibrant enough? But let's say that he picks Stacey Abrams. Immediately, she thinks she's the front runner to run in 2024 as the Democratic nominee, because why wouldn't she think that? But they would be surrounded by people who want to take her out.
Yeah, so you've just explained in about 2.5 minutes why this is the worst idea anybody's ever come up with.
Maybe, I don't know if ever, but also remember, the thing is, they throw this stuff out there, and Biden, he still is doing very well nationally in the polls.
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Maybe let's have to start calling him Teflon Joe.
You predicted from the beginning he will be the nominee. And if
I did. Wait, did I predict that?
I'm putting words in your mouth.
Okay, I was going to say, I had another prediction, because if it doesn't come true,
did, but
I want to hold on to that.
I'm still going to give you credit for prescience, because I guessed he wasn't. Dana Perino, great to see you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.